Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Hello and welcome to Student Connections on M6, your hometown station. I'm Cory Churchill, and with me today is Captain Joe Pace of the Prowlers. Hi, how are you?
Hey, good. Cory, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So you guys won the Commissioner Cup last year. What was that feeling like?
Winning a championship, I think in any sport is just amazing. And the feeling that you get with your teammates and just the accomplishment and knowing that for the last 6 months, you've battled, you've worked really hard, you went through some ups and downs, and you're rewarded with, some of the greatest prizes in sports.
Yeah, that's definitely a great thing. So right now you guys are in 5th place, and what do you think you guys need to do to make a playoff push and get in the playoffs?
Right now we're doing everything we can. I think we had a real exciting weekend at home this past weekend. We picked up as many points as we have in a long time in a homestand. But the beginning of the season put us in a deep hole, and right now it's kind of scary because we're waiting on some other teams' fates, see if they lose some games and keep moving up. But all we could do is play our hardest every night and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yep.
So Port Huron has had a long hockey tradition, all the way back to the Flags in the International League. What makes fans in Port Huron so passionate about the game?
I think, just coming from an area where, people, we're not far from Detroit, and that's Hockey Town, USA. So I feel like people have a good connection to hockey and the Wings. And, when you have people like Gordie Howe and Stevie Yzerman that played for the Wings, and you're so close and those are your heroes, you're passionate about your sport. So, having the Prowlers in town, I think people, drummed up a little interest again in local sports and local hockey.
Yeah, the Red Wings have had a crazy past. So what style of play do you think your team plays?
I feel like, I think you've seen some of our games. Our first line is, very, very talented, fast-paced. They move the puck well. You would think maybe they're European, but then, you hear a name like Ahmed Mahfouz, and you see him fight as much as he scores. So, we do have a good mix. I think we're definitely a blue-collar hockey team where we have to grab our lunch pails and go to work, because if we don't, and we don't show up ready to work, we can't just rely on talent alone through our 18-man roster.
I would completely agree on that from what I've watched. What's the atmosphere in Port Huron, like in McMorran Arena, compared to arenas around the league?
Well, the atmosphere is some of the best around, and especially in our league. And, I know we have an old building, but it's got a great feel to it, and it's big. And, our fans, when they get up and they get rowdy and they're getting loud, there's nothing better. So, down this last little stretch and hopefully into the playoffs again, we hear the building rocking like it was last April.
With the East Upper Rowdies.
Yep.
Where do some of the younger players in the FHL come from?
The younger guys were a developmental league, so they're coming out of junior A hockey, in the U.S. and Canada, and a lot of guys are coming out of college. They're coming out of ACHA, NCAA Division III. A lot of the D1 guys, NCAA D1 guys, are moving up to, they're, making their pro debut usually in the East Coast League or AHL. Yeah. They have a better opportunity coming out of school, where some of those club teams or D3 teams, those guys need a little extra push or a stepping stone to get there, and we're that for them.
Yeah. So the Prowlers recently had a coaching change, which actually is your dad. How does that affect the team chemistry?
I think the guys really enjoy it. For me and him, we've worked together a lot. He was my coach for a long time. So, this is nice. This is the first team I've been on with him where, no one says your dad. Yeah. It's senior coach, and I call him the same thing. So we do have a good feel. I think, everyone's going to butt heads with their coach. So when you know him personally, it's a little different too. But it's a fun atmosphere, and a lot of the guys that, we're looking for a challenge and looking to be taught or teach, they're really enjoying it right now, and he's really taking the reins and helping them out.
That's good. I like to hear that. So as a player, do you have a relationship with people in the front office?
Yeah, I work for the team year-round, and our office staff is all somehow related to us. Everyone's involved with hockey somehow. So my girlfriend Allison's in the office. Matt Robertson, his girlfriend's in the office. So it's a family feel in the Prowlers, front office. But even on other teams, you try to do everything you can for them. It's a lot of work to run a hockey team. So, even when I was playing in Flint or in Muskegon, you get to know everyone that works for the teams, and it's fun. And it becomes like a family or good group of friends, and you're together for 6 months out of the year. So you spend a lot of time together.
That's pretty cool. That all your it's like a family and everything.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy coming out and getting interviewed with in the community and stuff like this, or would you rather just stick to the hockey aspect of the game and everything?
I think there's a lot of guys that would rather just go to practice and games and not skip the appearances, but it helps drum up interest in the team. And every day we get out in the community, we meet new people or gain a new fan. So it's really important, and especially at this level, I think it's important at every level. I think the Wings make an impact in the community, but the Red Wings might make a bigger one if players were literally, not so untouchable. Yeah. They're right there in the community, and there are people interacting with them daily.
Yeah, I agree. So the front office helps connect players to the fan base, skating with after skating players with games and stuff like that after you guys' games. What events in the Blue Water area do you guys have other than skating after games?
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff post game, but this year we were lunch buddies at Cleveland Elementary School. We were at Marysville Middle School for lunch too, getting challenged to some basketball and knockout. And we actually have a mini stick tournament there coming up soon. So we try to go to as many schools as we can. March has been reading month, so we've had, I think, more school appearances so far this month than the whole season. It's felt like. But, we try to get out as much as we can. We're at, during the summer, we're at events like Parks and Rec, some of their little sports events they put on, but also like Rockin' on the River. We're there almost every week. So we try to stay active and out as much as we can and interacting with everyone.
All right, that's cool that you guys get to go out and have mini stick tournaments and stuff like that at the schools.
Oh, well, and I think some of the best ones were Rockin' on the River last year, again, to use that balloon launcher to fire shoots at people and stuff.
Yeah. Is there any advice you have for young players trying to make it to pro hockey like you have?
Well, one, it's really, really hard. So if you don't make it, don't be discouraged, because there's guys every year that are knocking on our door, trying to get a tryout, and some do, and it doesn't work out for them, and you can't get discouraged. You just have to keep pushing. But the main thing is everyone's looking for an athlete now, not just a hockey player. So don't be afraid to play other sports or challenge yourself, and be the best athlete you can, because it's just going to make you a better hockey player.
Yeah, that sounds like some really good advice. So in the front office, how do they help you advance your hockey career?
Through the front office, they're going to, sometimes make game clips and highlight films where, coaches at the next level are going to get to see things like that. And, also they're the ones answering the phones every day. So if a coach from the next level calls and they're not there to answer, sometimes affects us, but they just do everything they can to promote the team, and hopefully we get seen.
Thanks for joining me today, Joe, on M6. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Cory.
Be sure to join us next time on M6, your hometown station.